All right, day 27 and 100 bicycles on our schedule today. We're dropping our number for a little break. Hands come behind the head and just a little adjustment here to get comfortable. Navel down, inhale. Exhale, lifting up and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, 60, 62, 64, 66, 68, 70, 72, 74, 76, 78, 80, 82, 84, 86, 88, 90, 92, 94, 96, 98. There's 100. Uh-oh. Here's 2. Here's 4. Here's 6. Here's 8. 10. 12. 14. 16. 18. 20. 22. 24. 26. 28. And 30. 32. 34. 36. 38. And 40. 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, 60, 62, 64, 66, 68, 70, 72, 74, 76, 78, 80, 82, 84, 86, 88, 90, 92, 94, 96, 98, and I'm going to stop at 200. Down I go, 1 foot at a time. Now, I am finding I'm getting very, very strong and more flexibility. There are times earlier on in this challenge where kind of turning to one side, especially on the right side, I found that my elbow was not necessarily always touching my knee. It is easier now for me to get my elbows to each knee. You can see during this particular session, my knees, I was purposely touching that elbow to the knee, and you might even hear it on the video because I could hear the thump. But so I am getting very strong in my core. I didn't really feel fatigue start to set in till probably about 130, 140 repetitions. So the more you do it, the stronger you're going to get. Now, don't forget your back exercises. I've got to run to class, and I'm going to get my back work done in class. I'm also going to do some more core work there as well this morning. So I'm going to forego our back exercises, but I want you to stay tuned because I'm going to tack on a bonus in this video, and that's exercises for your feet and your ankles. I've got 2 exercises for your feet specifically, and a third that's part 1, part 2 that will work your ankles with resistance. All right, so stay tuned for that. All right, exercises for your feet. I'm going to show you 3. This is number 1. We're going to do towel curls. I have planted my feet side by side. My ankles are lined up directly below my knees. I'm in a seated position for this one. You can do it standing as well. what I'm going to do is lift the top part of my foot off the floor. So I'm going to flex my ankle, and then I'm going to spread my toes, plant back down, curl my toes under, and I'm pulling the towel towards me. Lift up, spread your toes out, down, and pull. Lift up, spread your toes, down, and pull. This is a lovely exercise for your sweet feet. And you can see the towel bunching up underneath. Eventually, I'm going to have to stop and straighten that towel out before I continue. Right? But that is a really good exercise for your entire foot, your arches. You may not realize that we've actually got 3 arches in the feet. You've got your medial arch. That's the one we always think of when you say the arch of the foot. That's typically what we think of. You also have a lateral arch that runs along the outside of the foot, and you have a transverse arch, right? So your feet are actually quite complex, and this is a great exercise to do. You can keep going however long you want in this exercise. No set rules for how many repetitions you do, but make sure you do both feet. So when I'm off camera, I'm going to switch and do the other foot. All right, and this is exercise number 1 of 3. Stay tuned for the next one. All right, exercise number 2 is the marble pickup. Now, I don't have a marble, so I'm substituting a fuse from my oven. It's the only thing I could find. It's obviously a bit bigger than a marble, but I don't know if size really matters much, other than it's a little bit more challenging if your item is smaller. So if you use a little marble, that actually might be a good thing. So what we're going to do, literally, is pick up our, quote, marble, unquote, oven fuse in this case, with our toes. So I'm just going to lift up. I just take down and look at that. Pick up that lovely little fuse and then sit it down again. Release, right? So, you know, in a sense, this is very similar to the towel curl because it's a similar motion that you're doing with your toes, right? And I kind of am moving back and forth a little bit, grabbing it. It comes a little more challenging when I get to the lateral part of the foot, towards my little pinky toe there, the little piggy, right? So again, just another one, and it's about how you're moving your foot when you pick that up. You got to tuck your toes under. You're lifting your arches in order to pick that sucker up. Oops, I dropped it, right? So again, there's another exercise you can do for your sweet feet. Lovely. And again, both feet, do one at a time. This one you could have 2 marbles down on the floor and do both feet at the same time, absolutely. And voila! Exercise number 2. Exercise number 1 for the ankle. We're going to be doing plantar flexion. You can see my ankle is set right now at about 90 degrees. I've got the firming band wrapped around the top part of my foot. Either end of the band is in my hands off camera. All right. What I'm going to do here is simply point the toe, which pushes against the resistance, relax back to neutral position. When I push my foot forward, pointing my toe, that's plantar flexion. Relax, point, relax, and I can feel the muscles of my calf, in particular, getting some good action here. And this is very good for strengthening the muscles around your ankle. Very important to have strong ankle muscles for balance. All right. So this is exercise number 1. Stay tuned for exercise number 2, which is dorsiflexion. Okay, exercise number 3, part 2. We did plantar flexion. Now we're going to do dorsiflexion. So I've got my band wrapped around the leg of a chair. What I'm going to do here is move my body back so I feel some good resistance here. I have my ankle at about 90 degrees approximately. If I completely relax my foot, you'll see that band is pulling my foot forward. So if I pull back to neutral position, I have a good resistance here. And again, if I relax, that band is that got enough resistance that it's pulling my foot forward naturally. So I pull back up into neutral position. Dorsiflexion means pulling my toes towards my shin. So I flex just like that. That is dorsiflexion. Relax back to neutral a little bit. Pull back and relax. Pull back and forward. So really, I'm flexing both directions here. Dorsiflexion, I'm pulling my toes towards my shin. Plantar flexion, I am moving my toes away. All right? But the resistance here comes because of the position of the band. The resistance is coming on the dorsiflexion segment of the exercise. So I pull back, relax, pull back, relax, pull back, relax. So there is part 2 of exercise number 3. So you have dorsiflexion, and the other exercise was plantar flexion. Wonderful.